This is BBC World News. I'm Gita Goldmusi. Our top stories. The disappearance of the Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi in Istanbul. A source close to the investigation told the BBC there is evidence he was murdered. An American pastor whose detention in Turkey caused diplomatic risk with Washington is being released from custody. South Korean President Moon Jae-in says he believes peace will be declared on the Korean Peninsula.
There is a shared understanding between Washington and Seoul regarding this viewpoint, so I believe that it's only a matter of time, a matter of days.
And Queen Elizabeth's granddaughter, Princess Eugenie, marries her long-term partner, Jack Brooksback.
Good evening. It's very good to see everybody present here. So the first question to you is, can you hear me? Just give me some sign. You can write down in the chat section. If you can see me, if you can hear me, just give me any sign. Type yes or whatever you want to. Can you hear me? Hello? That's the question for everybody. Can you hear me? Very good, excellent. So one person can hear me, that's good. How about other people? Okay, so what we do here is, yeah, hello, good. What we do here, we talk, and this is because we so we usually talk here, and this is because we get you prepared for the English exams. So if you want to join us, please send me your Skype name, and we will start the conversation. And for those who cannot hear me, you have to restart your browser. Okay. So, добрый вечер. Каждую пятницу в 7 вечера мы проводим занятия для тех, кто интересуется английским языком, разговорной частью. Мы разговариваем здесь с вами. Для этого нужно каким-то образом присоединить ваш микрофон. Самый удобный способ — это написать ваш скайп. Если вы меня не слышите, то надо перезагрузить браузер или перезагрузить страницу, что вам удобнее. So, restart your browser. Restart your browser. Okay. Polina, all right. I will try to connect with you. Okay. All right, and I think that we talked with Polina once. Okay, I'm just calling. Hello.
Hi.
You just wait a little bit. I will try and connect another person just to make it possible for this person to join our conversation. Hold on. So, I think this is, I'm trying to get to Lida. I'm calling you. So, Polina, Hello, and how are you doing?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm doing excellent, very well. So what is new?
Not new. I haven't not new. I study every day.
I understand. I understand. But usually when we come to the English classes, it's just like, you know, a good thing. Yeah.
I'm 11 grade and I learn speak English very well because I there.
Okay. Do you want to tell us a little bit yourself?
Okay, I'm from Nizhny Novgorod. I'm 16 years old and I'm studying school now. Enough?
Yeah, that's very good. Do you remember the name of your textbook? I mean at school. What textbook do you study? Yeah, good, good. All right, I'm trying to connect with Matthew. Hello, Matthew. Okay. Just hold on. I'm calling Matthew. And how about Lydia? Lydia, can you hear me?
Hello, can you hear me?
That's Matthew. Yeah. Hello, Matthew. How are you doing?
I'm doing just fine. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. So, what is new?
The only new thing is that I have holidays now.
What kind of holidays? What kind of holidays?
Short ones. In our school, in some schools of our town, we adopted a different system of holidays in which every 6 weeks of study are followed by half of week holidays.
Very interesting. Never heard about that, but that's all right. So if you don't mind, please tell us a little bit about yourself, because not everybody knows you, and that will be a good idea. Please do.
What should I say about myself? I'm from the Urals. I'm interested in history and a bit in English. That's why I'm here. And what else?
Well, I would like to ask you, what was the most intriguing, the most interesting question for you during this week? Can you think of it?
It's hard to answer this question.
Okay, I can try and help you. Have you followed the MMA UFC fight between Khabib and Conor?
No, I don't follow such kind of events, but I just read some news lines, but I really don't feel like caring about it.
Okay. Yeah, that's
so.
It's kind of a
if you
question.
Want, you can give me some information. If you,
No. It's
new for.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a topic which would be interesting for you to talk and maybe Polina to talk also. So, Polina, right now, in the very beginning of the class, it was possible to watch the BBC coverage of the latest news, and it was said that another princess of the royal family, Eugenie, just got married today. So have you heard of that, Alina?
I sometimes watching BBC news, but I more pay attention reading my children's book and so.
Okay. Yeah, I understand. That's good. I'm just trying to find the topic which might be interesting for you because, you know, it's very different what is interesting for the young people and what is interesting for the people my age. Okay, so Polina, a question to you. What question was the most interesting for you during this week?
This week?
Yeah.
MMM, subject
You mean?
corner.
Yeah,
corner. I watching this. I'm interested in MMM. And I'm for Habib.
Right. Very good. Yeah. So, oh, Habib. So you see, Sophia wrote something for us. The young girls are very interested, very much interested in that.
Yes, of course.
Good. So MMA means mixed martial arts, and UFC means Ultimate Fight Championship. Okay, so what do you think about the, you know, that after the fight finished, Habib jumped over the fencing of the octagon and started kind of a fighting with the people in the audience. What do you think of that?
I was shocked. This is not right behavior. I think it is no nice with hand Habib.
Okay, yeah. And maybe you heard that late then Habib said that he doesn't want any money. And you know that it was supposed for him to get $2 million, but he said that he doesn't want any money. Because one of the guys from his team several times hit Connor from behind in the octagon, and you can watch it on the video. And so this guy will be penalized by the kind of a sports commission there in Nevada, and Habib is strongly against that. So yeah, it might be interesting. Let me see. Maybe some other people are going to join us. Okay, everybody, if you just want to join us, to join our conversation, you have to give us your Skype name, and then you will be able to join us and make a conversation with us. Еще раз повторяю, на протяжении 5 лет уже каждую пятницу мы проводим урок, разговорный урок английского языка, для того, чтобы помочь вам в разговорной части экзаменов по английскому языку. И для того, чтобы присоединиться к вам, пожалуйста, каким-то образом нужен ваш микрофон. Лучше всего это с помощью скайпа. Если вы напишите свой скайп, то я присоединю вас к нашему разговору. Alright, so let me remind you what we did the previous class. So we talked about the school uniform, and just, you know, to start the conversation about the book, and what do you think about school uniform, or American people call it a dress code? How do you feel about uniforms that students and others have to wear? Do you think that uniforms help to create a strong group identity or crush individuality? That means that what do you think generally of school uniform or school dress code? Polina, what do you think?
I think that uniform to crush individuality, but sometimes it is needed companies. It may be Sberbank, magazine, wait, what magazine?
Shops. Shops or stores.
Shops, yes.
Okay. Because magazine in Russian, it's a journal. Yeah, that's okay. So, do you like wearing school uniform?
No, I not like wearing uniform. I wear uniforms in school.
Okay. Yeah, I understand. So it's possible, it is allowed, right? In your school to wear any kind of uniform or any kind of dress code which you prefer, correct? Okay, good. So what we do today is we talk about parts of the body, and so let's start with the first, the smaller picture, and you have the letter A. What is that? Letter A. How do we call it? Yeah, you can just shout out whatever you want to, anytime you want to start the conversation, that's up to you. So what do you think? Can you see the picture?
No, I can't see the picture.
Okay, you have to restart the browser then. And Matthew, can you see the picture?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, so letter A, what part of the body is that?
It is band.
Well, we are talking about the parts of the body, not about the clothing. So.
Okay, head.
Yeah, it's a head, but this is the specific part of the head. Matthew, which part of the head is that?
I don't know. Upper hand.
No, we call it a forehead. Forehead. Forehead, the meaning in Russian. Okay, let's learn some vocabulary. I didn't know that you don't know that. This one really restricts our opportunities of self-realization, I guess. This one restricts our opportunities of self. Okay, you mean the uniform. Well, Sophia, it's really hard for me to read your messages and then to answer. So, because this is a conversational class, so please, if you don't mind, write down, write down your Skype name, and we will connect to you. So forehead is in Russian. This is what we call this part of the head, forehead. Okay. Some British people call it forehead, but in American language it's forehead. Do not forget about that. Okay, so then the B is easy. What is B?
I don't see a picture.
Yeah.
How about now? This is I and C.
Yeah. C is nose or
no. It's this part. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's true.
No. What is that? This part of the face.
You mean, yeah, it's very hard to make out, but this letter is pointing to not nose, but cheek. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a cheek. Yeah. And just for everybody to understand what Matthew is saying is very hard to make out. That's a very good set phrase for you to know. To make out, the meaning here is, I will put it down for you, and you can use it in during your exams. It's very hard to make out something. Very good. Thank you, Matthew. All right, letter D is what?
Lips.
This is just, yeah, you can say lips, but you know that he kind of pressed his lips so that we cannot see them. So that means that probably this is a mouth, and then letter E is for, what do we call this part of the face?
I really don't know.
Wow, I didn't know that it's possible that you never learned the parts of the face. So, okay. How about no, D? It's a mouth because he pressed his lips, and it's not possible to see his lips. Okay, so the next word is in Russian. I put it down in Russian. So what's that in English? How do we call it?
I just looked up. It may be chin or jaw.
Yeah, that's very different. Two different words. Chin is correct, but what you say, a jaw, that is, you know, you can say like, or yeah, that will be the best. Jaw, it's just like that. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Because of the movie, maybe you heard about the very famous American movie which is called Jaws. It's about a big shark.
I've heard something.
Yeah, that's kind of a horror movie. Okay, good. So we learned today chin and forehead. How about letter F? What is
Neck.
yeah, that's a neck, absolutely. Then the next one is letter G. What is that?
It's a left.
Well, I think that you can see the joint. You understand the word joint? And then
Something united.
no. A joint here is, okay, I will put it down. So this is called a knee, or
Okay.
huh? Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah. So in English, yeah, it's a knee. Absolutely correct. It's a knee. Good. So then H, letter H, this part.
I can't see it yet.
Yeah, but I pointed with my mouth.
Where?
Can you see my mouse?
Now, yes, I can see the picture. Just now. Letter H points to. I don't know how to say it in English.
All right, I will try to make
Shin.
Yeah, but I just want you to understand, and so that is why probably we will have two screens together, because as you can understand, it's not really easy for you to memorize everything. So, and like you said, shin, that's correct, but we have two Russian words for this. What is the name in Russian?
I translated it from going.
What that? Yeah, I see. And if you think about the other side of the leg, then in Russian we call it something like correct, and in English it will be a calf. Okay, a calf.
Yeah.
Okay. So good, and I just want you to memorize this part, and then letter I. Can you understand what is there for letter I?
For letter I, there is food, maybe.
No, it's a joint, again another joint. So we are talking about joints. Joint means so we talked about the knee joint previously. We talked about the knee joint. Yeah, Milana, that's correct. And why don't you connect with your Skype? I think that this will be a good idea if you join us. So please, so ankle, how do we say this in Russian?
We'll say it something like I don't know what to think about it. Just
Milana, thank you so much. Yeah, that's very correct. Absolutely, very good. So ankle, this is what I want you to remember, and then the last part in this picture is letter J. So what do we call it? Yeah, ankle joint. Yeah, very, very true. Ankle. Yeah. And then letter J for what part of the leg?
Knee.
Letter J. It's not G but J. No, Maria, no. Please be. Foot is the whole part, but we are talking about the tip of the foot, the front, the very front part of the foot. How do we call it? Okay, I can give you the English version, and maybe you know the Russian word for that. Okay, this is called toes.
It's something like fingers of the feet, but not fingers.
Yeah, we do not call it. Yeah, we do not. Yeah, we do not call fingers of the foot. We call it toes. Toes. So in Russian, it's what is that in Russian? Okay, so do not forget about that. All right, we can go further on. So then letter K is for what?
Where is letter K?
Letter K is on your screen. What is that?
Sorry. Oh, yeah, I can see it finally. It is arm.
Now the upper part of the arm. Again, can you see my mouse?
Yeah, I can see it, but it points in the sky now. Maybe it's a little delay.
In the sky? Yeah. Matthew, I have another computer where I monitor everything what is going on my screen, so I can see that everything is fine with the picture.
Yeah, and now you point to the upper part of the hand.
Yeah, the upper part of the arm, and how do we call it?
Arm, and it's shoulder. Yeah.
This is shoulder. Yeah, absolutely, it's a shoulder. Good, and then letter L.
Letter L is
That's another joint.
It's maybe elbow.
Yeah, that's elbow. Very good of you. And then letter M.
Letter M is I don't know where it points. It's something on the chest.
Yeah, this is called the chest. Absolutely correct. Then letter N.
Letter N. It's hand. It's not an arm. It's basically hand.
Yeah, that's fingers. Fingers.
Hand
Yeah.
is fingers.
Yeah, and then another joint. How do we call this joint? Where we wear a watch. How do we call this joint?
We call it wrist.
Yeah, that's very good. Very true. Wrist. Okay. So the next word is wrist. I'm just trying to type for everybody to see. That's a wrist. Very good. And then letter P, I think. Yeah. Letter P, if you just have a look at my screen, I mean, at me, if you look at me, I can show it to you. This is for letter P. How do we call that?
Points at the same point as O.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. No, not the same. I showed it. No, it's not hand. It's the one of the surfaces of the hand. So that's they are very different. See, I'm talking about this surface of the hand.
Maybe it's something like palm. Yeah,
yes,
palm.
that's a palm.
How could I forget it?
That's a palm. Very good. And let me just put it for everybody to see. Yeah, that's a palm. Then the next, let me see, it's Q. A letter Q is somewhere here. What is that?
Letter Q means some. I'm really. It's stomach.
Yeah, that's a stomach or belly. Stomach or belly, very good. And then the next is R. R is the line dividing, you know, the upper and the lower parts of the body. How do we call this line which divides the upper and the lower parts of the body?
Waist.
Yes, absolutely. So waist, and how do we say that in Russian?
Let's say it Tanya.
Okay, good. Very good, waist. Then let me see what is yeah, letter S. This part. How do we call this part? What is that?
Letter S, we call it a lap, yeah.
A what? Lap?
Lap?
No.
No?
No. Lap is it's a little bit above the kneecaps, and this is the upper part of the leg, the upper part. We are not talking about that. We are talking about this part of the body. This, when you dance, or you know, or maybe you remember Elvis Presley. When he was dancing, he was moving this part of the body a lot. How do we call that? No, Sophia, tights means колготки in Russian. Yeah, that's a hip, absolutely correct. And how do we say hip in Russian? What's a hip?
Бедро.
Yes, absolutely, very true, very correct. And but then you have to think about the other side of the leg, this part, the back side of the upper part of the leg. How do we call it? How do we call it in Russian?
Икры.
Yeah, you can say so, but ikra is lower part of the leg. Sorry, and we talked about that ikra is a calf. We talked about that. The upper part of the leg, but the back of the leg, the back of the upper part of the leg, not of the lower part of the leg, but of the upper. How do we call it in Russian? Hey guys, you don't know the words in Russian? That's interesting. Well, you know, if you ask me why I remember the names of all of these parts of the body, it's because do you buy the stuff in you know, in the Russian stores? When you buy it, you buy something, the parts of the chicken, курицу, когда покупаете, so they call it, what are the names? You don't remember? Yeah, that's very interesting. What do you think? Hey guys, you don't know Russian language. That's not my problem. What is the name of the back part of the upper leg? Can you think of it? Okay, you give up? Сдаетесь, да? Yeah, it's very good. Behind, not behind calves. It's not behind calves. Okay, София, it's not about which letter we talk. София, прежде всего нужно микрофон включить. Вы отрабатываете свой язык, а не руку. Вы не будете на экзамене отвечать с помощью руки. Но поймите, пожалуйста. Это урок разговорного английского. Вам никто не дает возможности. В интернете вы не найдете нигде такую возможность бесплатно отрабатывать свои разговорные навыки. Если вам нужно пописать где-нибудь, ну найдите себе другой класс. Здесь класс только для разговора. Пожалуйста, поймите это. Это очень важно. Это просто неописуемо как важно. So, the Russian words, you can think of голень or ляшка. So, what is the English word? Yeah, the ladies, you know, ladies, девушки, как всегда, нам все испортили, всю интригу. They spoiled everything, but yeah, so it's thigh. When you are afraid to speak in Russian, when you are afraid to speak in Russian. Yeah, так я вам и поверил, Милана, что вы боитесь чего-то вообще. На русском разговаривать, на английском. Вы кому-нибудь расскажите, но не мне. Ничего не боитесь. So, again, thigh, how do we say that in Russian, thigh? As ladies said, it's голень or ляшки. And again, think about that when you are at the store, когда вы в магазине покупаете куриные части, там написано голень, Just pay attention, and that's it. That's how I learn. Я вот так учусь, например. Захожу, смотрю, что там написано, и потом стараюсь перевести по-английски, и все. Okay, very good. At last we finished. I didn't know. Я не знал, что потребуется так много времени для такой простой задачи. Okay, so right now we have to complete the sentences with the correct body words. Сейчас нужно заполнить предложение с этими частями. Okay. Полина, will you start?
Yes.
Please.
When I asked her the time, she just shrugged her thumb and she didn't know.
So she just shrugged. What can...
Shrugged her ear.
No. Matthew, can you think of what the person can shrug?
I think it's head, shrug, or shoulder.
Yeah, shoulders. Yeah.
Shoulders.
Yeah.
Shoulders. Yeah.
And what does that mean to shrug the shoulders? What does that mean to shrug the shoulders? Yes, right, yeah. When I asked her the time, she just shrugged her shoulders and said she didn't know. All right. Sophia wants to join us. Okay, good, Sophia. Excellent. I will try to join you right now. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Please do. Please try. That's why I'm here. I'm trying to help you. Okay, I'm calling you. So I'm calling you, Sophia. And when you are together with us, you just say hello to us, please. Because I see that I'm trying to connect, but two more people in the call. Yeah, I cannot connect with you. All right. Matthew, the second. Hello, Sophia, can you hear us?
Hello.
Very good, excellent. Just, yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself. Just introduce yourself. Where are you from? What grade? Yeah, please.
I'm from Russia, as you mentioned. And I live in Prokladny. It's the little town in Kabardino-Balkaria Republic. So I'm 17 and I'm studying at school and I'm gonna
Which grade do you go
pass
to?
English exam.
Yeah, which grade do you go to in your high school?
11th.
11th grade. So you're planning to take the Russian national exam, correct? Okay, very good. So, and by the way,
I'm sorry, I can't see the picture.
You cannot see the picture. The picture, I don't know. You just have to restart the browser because, as I said, I watch another computer. Right now, I'm looking at a different computer in my room, and I can monitor everything which is going on, and I can see the picture. So, Sophia, I live very close to you, and it's very sorry that I didn't introduce myself. I live in the city of Vladikavkaz, which is yes, north of city. Yeah, so it's very close to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think about 2 hours between our cities.
Yeah, right. By bus or by car. Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So very good. And Matthew, how about the second sentence?
I can see the picture.
Well, I'm asking Matthew, and during this time...
I went upstairs in a hurry and stumbled my toe on one of the stairs.
Yeah, I went upstairs in a hurry and stubbed my toe on one of the stairs.
I think it's like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's very, very good, very correct. Okay, я поднимался по лестнице, торопясь, и стукнул палец на ноге на ступеньке. Okay, Sophia, how about you? Possible to see the picture? No?
No, I'll try to do it using my mobile phone. Hang on, please.
Yeah, sure, of course. Yeah, I understand that it might be difficult for you when you use Skype on your cell phone and at the same time, yeah. I understand because, you know, I use a laptop and I use 2 computers so that it will be very comfortable for you to see me, to hear me, and to see the picture. Okay, so how can I help you? I don't know. I'm just, yeah. Yeah. Okay, Polina.
Yeah. Some cartoons with people's people's eye.
Well, what is fortune teller?
Гадалка.
Yeah, absolutely. So I don't think that they read people's eyes. What do they read? They read.
Читают по глазам.
No. They read this part of my hand. Can you read my?
Palms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can read people's palms. You understand? Ладони, по ладони читать. Okay? You understand?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So, Sophia, how about you? Can you see this? No?
I'm ready, I think.
Yeah, please do.
I'm not sure.
Yes, please do. It will be a sentence D.
Hang on, please. I can't see the picture again.
Yeah, but that's all right. Matthew, can you?
I always wear my watch on my left wrist.
Yeah, I always wear my watch on my left wrist. And pay attention. Итак, мы всегда носим часы. Я всегда ношу часы на левом запястье. Pay attention, my watch. Мои часы. В русском языке множественное число, в английском языке единственное число. I wear my watch. Не watches. Часы по-русски множественное число, по-английски единственное. I wear my watch. Наручные часы. Okay, Полина?
Rabbits crawl around on their hands and...
What else? What is to crawl around?
Knee?
Yeah, on their hands and knees. Yeah, crawl around. Matthew, what is that?
Crawl around, it's like in crawling, some action where you go, but using not only legs, but also hands.
Say it in Russian.
Pose it.
Yeah, and do not forget that this is also the name of the swimming style also, okay? You remember that in Russia, we call it a swimming style, кроль.
Yeah.
Okay.
I never knew that there is connection between.
Yeah, that is why I'm here. That is why I'm making all of this connection. Okay. Sophia, how about you? Can you see you still cannot?
How about me? I think I have a little problems.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, I see. Polina.
Cell phone.
Yeah, that's okay.
Mobile phone.
Yeah, Polina, can you read? Sorry, that's. I think this is Matthew's turn. Matthew, will you please read?
He sent with his what he keep with his arms on the table and his head in his.
Yeah, that's very good. His head in his hands. So it's usually we say, excuse me, like that. His head in his hands. But what is on the table? Usually your mom will tell you Do not put your on the table. Take your away from the table. What is that?
Take your
this part.
Elbows.
Yeah, elbows. He sat with his elbows on the table. Yeah. Okay, very good. So, and then we will talk a little bit about the difference, because this is very important, the difference between the words gaze, look, notice, see, stare, and watch. And I didn't think that it will take so much time for us to do only one exercise, because, you know, I was thinking about this. That's a very good picture to describe, because, you know, what is interesting about this picture is, yeah, you will see it right now. Right now you can see the picture. So this is exercise 4, but we will not be able to complete this exercise today. We will do it next time. So it says the eyes in some paintings appear to follow the viewer everywhere. So how do you think the artist achieved this illusion? Okay, we will talk about that the next class. And now we will talk about seeing verbs, глаголы видения. And we will try and use them. Gaze, look, notice, see, stare, and watch. Okay? So, Sophia, can you join us?
Yeah, finally.
Yeah, all right. So please try.
The first sentence.
Uh-huh.
She looks exactly like my sister. I couldn't take my eyes off her. She must have wondered why I was staring at her.
Yeah, absolutely. So, she looks like my sister. You understand that? I couldn't take my eyes off her. I couldn't take my eyes off her. She must have wondered why I was staring at her. Very good. Polina?
Many teenagers spend more time playing computer games than watch television.
Watching television. It's kind of a parallel structure. When you see playing computer games, then you have to say watching television. Okay, Matthew, next one.
I should say that, look, there's some fantastic rainbow in the sky.
Very good. Sophia?
He's my greatest hero, but when I tried to get his autograph, he didn't even notice me.
Yeah, you can say so. He didn't even notice me, right? And I think that you understand the word notice, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Good, Matthew.
The couple looked lovingly at their newborn baby.
Well, actually, you already used the word look, and it says that it's more than one answer possible, but still there is the better answer. The couple not looked, but gazed, yeah, lovingly at their newborn baby. Okay, and Polina.
I could just about railway station. Station soldier fog.
Я едва могла видеть станцию или вокзал сквозь туман. Okay, very good, excellent. So we have time to talk about that. The eyes in some paintings appear to follow the viewer around the room. How do you think artists achieve this illusion? And when you discuss it, we will turn to page 153 for an explanation. So what do you think? Why do some paintings appear to follow the viewer around the room, the eyes? Why? What do you think?
I read that the secret of this is to place the central part of the eye, you know, the thing with what we actually see I will look up some translation for it. You can put this thing exactly in the center of I. It's something called
a what?
Something called pupil.
Yeah, that's very correct. Pupil, and again, ladies, that's again, maybe you don't know the word. Pupil is зрачок. That meaning here. Yeah, I don't know whether you know it or not. I just want you to have this word because we are trying to study some new words, some new vocabulary. Okay, very good. And ladies, your ideas about Polina and Sophia, what do you think? How do, yes?
I don't know what to say. I just agree with Matthew, and I think he's right in this case.
Well, see, if it is an exam, and it can be during the exam that you will have to, you know, make up something during the exam, and so that will be a very good idea for you to give some thoughts, to share some thoughts. Polina, do you think, can you think of something to say about that? What do you think?
I don't say everything.
All right. Okay. Sorry about that. So I will try and open the book for you. So we are on page 16 for the next class, and then we have to open page 153 for you to read it. Okay. Let me just do it. 153. Where is that? Okay. Not something very close. Yeah, I think it's here. Yeah, it's that. Okay. And what I want you to do now, I want you to read, and you remember that for the Russian national exam, this is the first part of your task, is reading, and I will record your reading. So please be careful and try to do your best for the recording. Okay, so Sophia, will you please start reading?
The film, right? From this one.
Yep. Please read aloud.
So, the feeling that a painting is watching you can be both oppressive and worrying. But this illusion is not that hard to explain. Find a photo of someone looking directly into the camera.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Okay, just listen to yourself. Read aloud.
So, the feeling that a painting is watching you can be both oppressive and worrying. But this illusion is not that hard to explain. Find the photo of someone looking directly into the camera.
Directly. The only problem is directly. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's not a problem. So, Polina, please keep on reading aloud.
From any angel look into the camera and still seem to stare at you. The image is too demonstrational. It means that if it appears to look at you from one angel, it will appear that way from any angel.
Okay, thank you. So we'll listen to your reading.
Look into the camera and still seem to stare at you. The image is too demonstrational. It means that if it appears to look at you from one angel, it will appear that way from any angel.
Okay, so first of all, angle. It's an angle. Angel. It's a very beautiful creature, and I think that you know, Los Angeles is the city of angels, right? Angel. But this is angle. Angle is ugo, angel is angel. Okay, so from any angle, the eyes still look into the camera and still seem to stare at you. This image is two-dimensional or two-dimensional. So this means that if it appears to look at you from one angle, it will appear that way from every angle. Okay, and Matthew, please finish reading.
The effect is achieved in the same way by painters. If an artist chooses to depict a person looking out at viewers, he or she will paint the eyes as if they were gazing into the camera. The success of the illusion depends on the artist's skill in portraying eyes that stare straight out.
Okay, and let's listen a little bit to you.
The effect is achieved in the same way by painters. If an artist chooses to depict a person looking out at viewers, he or she will paint the eyes as if they were gazing into the camera.
Okay, good. The reading was really good. So right now you know how this illusion can work, and that means that the artist chooses to depict a person looking out at viewers so that he or she will paint the eyes as if they were gazing into the camera. And so then you have this illusion. Okay, thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure talking with you. And as always, we will talk next class. So this is, I'm just showing you my page. If you want to, you can leave your review, what you think of my class. It's here. Моя страница углубленный английский, emphasized English. Можно и так набирать, чтобы найти ВКонтакте. И здесь есть отзывы о моих уроках. Пожалуйста, можете написать свои отзывы и почитать отзывы других людей за многие годы. And that's it for today, and hopefully I will see you next class. Okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for the lesson.
Yeah. Any questions? Any comments? Please go ahead.
So see you next time.
Okay. If no questions, then bye for now.
Bye. Thank you so
Goodbye.
much.
Thanks.
Have a good bye. Evening.
Yeah. Have a good weekend.